All right, YouTube. So we just finished up Redcrest. Super thankful to always qualify for that tournament. You know, that's the top of the sport as far as tournaments goes. And it's always a tough one to qualify for. So anytime you make it to that tournament, I'm super thankful. But we don't go there just trying to have a good tournament. We go there trying to win. So going with this theme of what I learned, had what I would consider pretty decent practice. And I felt like I found some bedding fish, but I knew that probably wasn't going to last the week. It was really early spawners, and I didn't feel like that was going to last the week, but I did find some of the jig head minnow forward-facing sonar fish out there with my active target too. And I kind of found those in two different main areas. One was on the main lake. One was in a creek area with a little bit cleaner water, and that's where the spawners were as well. So basically had that going in. Pretty much that was my 1-2 punch. And obviously was hoping to expand on that, but going down the river that first morning, I decided to go where the cleaner water was first, which was the creek. And I'm saying all this, we'll get to hopefully a lesson learned here that you can use too. So I ran into the creek, sat down on where those fish were, and immediately started catching, some 2 or 3. Weights weren't super great, so it was, I was doing well with catching 3 right off the bat. So I felt like, hey, this is the deal. I'd caught a really big largemouth out there in those fish and was seeing them quite often. Boat traffic kind of got heavy, so I left them for just a minute. And I said, while I'm in here, I might as well do the sight fishing thing. Might as well burn a few down and just try to get through the day. So I, kind of got, how sight fishing goes, and you're seeing them time clicks really quick. And I actually caught some. Had a pretty good day doing it. I think I ended up right around the elimination cut line, which was fine for the first day, but had a good day fishing in that creek. But I'm going to tell you what happened. I never left that creek. Basically never left that creek. I fished my spawning fish and then fished, the forward-facing sonar fish out in the middle of the creek and never left that creek. So day 2 goes, I know that's done, and the fish in that creek are not going to win. I figured that out. I said, hey, I've got a group of fish on the main lake. I'm going to go to those fish, and I'm going to, see what happens on day 2. So I'm running down the river. I'm pretty late boat that morning. And as I try to ease over there where I'd been getting bit in practice, mind you, I'd never been there the first day, that's where it was going down. The whole deal. All the leaders, or at least most of the leaders, were in one little section out on the river. And, I tried to kind of fish around, tried to kind of hit my waypoints, but it was just one of those deals where I didn't feel like I didn't want, it to look like I was just coming in there to be there because the leaders were there. And I tried to fish around and see maybe if I could just fish where my waypoints were and see but it wasn't happening. Those fish had all congregated in pretty much one little area. So what I'm telling you is this. Sometimes it's okay to get locked into an area on day 1, but sometimes on day 1, you need to make sure you at least, if it's at all possible, take a gander at everything you're planning on fishing. Make a lap. At least look around. And the reason I say that is you don't know what's developed after practice. And had I been able to go out there the first day and I sat down and saw everybody else there and we're all catching them and we see where the fish moves and you're part of the community, then hey, I'm part of the community and I'm still out there fishing. But not being there day 1 and then showing up on day 2, it was really tough. So that's what I learned this week. Tournament angling is so different than just strictly fishing. So that's my tip. On day 1, fish what you got to fish, but make sure you at least try to get around and look at everything, just in case you found the winning area and didn't realize it.